Hey everyone, it's been a long time. Super excited. I've been in the middle of moving, um, and it's taken a while for the cable company to do their job. Um, our new temporary home is in the middle of the woods, and um, it's over 30 years old and has never had internet or phone or television hookup before. So, they had to do a little bit of extra work and they didn't quite feel like doing that. So, it took them a lot longer than it should have done. They could have gotten it done the day that they came. But, anyways, so I've been living here for, I guess it'd be 2 weeks now. I'm still going back to the other house to pack. Um, but yeah, we've been living here. We've just been waiting for, the internet to be available, and it finally is now, so I decided to make a video. Because of moving and because I've been pretty ill this past week, I haven't had a chance to do a lot of crafting, but I finally did get a few things done, so I thought I'd share them with you. I don't think there's anything else for me to share besides the thing I was going to share with you. I don't think there's any news I was supposed to share that I can remember. Anyways. This took me 2 days to complete. I just got done with it. Only because, like I said, I haven't been feeling good. I've been busy and I haven't been feeling good. So, it's taken me a little bit longer than it should have taken me. And I made this as a gift for someone. This one, because I felt like doing a wintry birdhouse, not a Christmassy one, but a wintry one. Oh, and by the way, I have no clue where I set my tripod. So I have this on top, have my camera on top of some matchboxes. So, it's going to get shaky when I have to pick the camera up because I don't have my tripod. So, anyways, just thought I'd let you know. Hopefully I have my tripod the next week, or the next video I do. So anyways, I wanted to do this birdhouse, and I've just been in the mood to do birdhouses, and I have all these little birdhouses that I didn't know what to do with. I just decided to decorate them so that they could sit somewhere and look pretty, and I did this one for a friend. So, yeah, I think we're going to have to pick it up. So what I did first is, painted the birdhouse lavender and painted the roof and the bottom white, and then I covered it with, hold on, I'm gonna see if, so I really hate holding the camera because it doesn't look shaky as I'm holding it, but I know that when I actually upload it onto the computer, it's gonna be looking like there's a friggin' earthquake during this video. Okay. So, for the moss, I used the old man's beard moss that I used on the Christmas birdhouse that I did. And I just really like using it because, like I said, you can apply it with hot glue. Unlike the other mosses, because I've worked a lot with mosses, and most other mosses I have to like lay down a coat of Mod Podge or tacky glue and then put it down, and then I have to drench the entire project in hairspray to keep the moss where it's supposed to be because it'll flake off like glitter will. And the old man's beard, you can just adhere it with hot glue and you don't have to douse it with hairspray, so that's always nice. So it's just, a big time saver. And then I wanted to play with my snow techs again, but I didn't want to do another Xmas one, because this was for someone who, I don't know, Xmas isn't her life, I guess I could say. So, but I did want to do it wintry so that I could play with my snow techs. And snow techs makes things a lot more interesting looking. So, that's what all the white is, and the white on the roof. And then after I put down the snow techs, I put a coat of glue on there, Mod Podge, and I put diamond dust on there. And that's everywhere where there's snow techs, even on the picket fence. I'm not sure how well you're going to see it. And then, after I put the glitter on, I let the glue dry, and then I sprayed it down with hairspray, because Mod Podge won't keep the glitter in place for too long. And then, all these little flowers that you see, is it gonna focus? So all these flowers right here, looks kind of blurry on camera. I don't know if it's actually blurry or just the fact that I'm really tired. And then there's, flowers going all the way around. And there's some sticks here and there, because, sticks I can get for free out in the wilderness. And, that's always great. So I like to add my sticks to things along with my moss. So I've just got, those little flowers. And the flowers, my friend Shay had given me these scraggly fake plants. And I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with them when I saw them, but when I was doing this project and I wanted to shabby chic it the best of my ability, despite my severe shabby chiking skills, I thought these flowers would be perfect because they're really tiny and I have an abundance of them and they're cute. So that's what's all over the birdhouse, and there's some up. That just looks so blurry. There's some up by the chimney also. Sorry, my sinuses are going cattywampus. So up on top I added a bird, and this bird was gold. It's one of the birds I get from the old-time 5 and Dime variety store. You'll hear me talk about that store a lot. It's one of my favorites. One of the sadder things about moving away from where I live, not necessarily, being out of my house, but the fact that, some of my favorite stores, I won't be near them anymore. So, but I still will be going back there as often as I can. But this little bird came from there, and it was gold, and gold didn't really go with what I was color scheme, I didn't think. So I took some silver rub and buff and silvered the bird, and then because the rub and buff covered up all the glitteriness and sparkles that was originally on the bird, I took some whitish clear glitter glue, and then I went over that with some pinkish glitter glue just to make the bird sparkle, because I love sparkles. So, yep, that's there's a big clump of snow on top of the chimney, some moss in the doorway, and I just thought it turned out really cute. So, that is just my fancy tripod here. Okay, so that's the birdhouse that I made for somebody else, and hopefully she likes it. I won't know. I don't know. So then I also got some fabric flowers made. Okay, so this is the first one, and this was just a ribbon rose, and then this fabric, I have no idea what this was originally. I think it was just like a decorative, I don't want to call it a doily because it wasn't crocheted, but it was some decorative cloth that you put on to your table, and it was messed up on one side, so I've been cutting it apart and using it for flowers. And then there's some, although you can't see it, some light cottony fabric behind that. And then I had I found this like 6-inch piece of eyelet trim out in the garage when I was packing, so I just decided to keep that out of my lace box, and I glued that onto the back of that because I wasn't happy with how this top layer was a flower itself, but I wasn't happy with how it was looking. So I glued the eyelet lace behind it. And then it looked a little off balance, so then I glued some pink feathers, which were also upcycled, onto the back of that. So that's that flower. My palm itches. Okay, so then there's this one. I don't know what you call this type of flower. I learned it from somewhere. I don't know who. And I had a scrap of this pink stripy fabric because I did a Mother's Day project that I ended up throwing away because it got so frustrating and it was just turning out horrible. So I had a piece of scrap, so I did a running stitch, and then there's some cottony fabric behind that, a little bit of scrap that, and then I made the flower. And then this was a button that Shay gave me. And yep. So then there's this one. I believe, okay, so this one was from that same as like this top layer here. This one is that same table cloth decoration fabric material majig. Okay. That's what both layers are. And then this top layer, this was the outer edging trim of the tablecloth topper fabric majigger thing, and I just thought it was pretty because it's got this beautiful pastel pink, and it just, I don't know, it looks very beautiful. And then this was another pearl button that Shay gave me. Okay, so this one was made from, or the bottom layer, I fell in love with this fabric when I found it out in the garage. It's muslin, but it's tan muslin, and it's got these brown flecks in it, and it's so pretty, and it looks like burlap almost, but it's softer and awesomer. So that's a word. So I did a layer with that, and then I had some, more pink stripy fabric, so I did a layer with that. And then that's another pearl button that Shay gave me. And then here's a button, here's a button, oh my goodness. Here's a flower there's 2 layers of the muslin in 2 different sizes. And then this was a wooden button that I had, and I just put that on top. And then here is another muslin flower, and this one has an unfinished wooden button They look like these. And then this has some twine. I think it's twine. I got it from the Dollar Tree. I just tied it in the hole and then tied it. So it looked like it was sewed almost, but it's not. Yeah, and it looks very rusticy. I really like these ones. So this one, there's some of that light cottony fabric in the back. You know, that table. I wish I knew what to call it because I don't know what it is. But, you know, some of that tableclothy, decorative, fabric-y fabric thingy-majig. There's some more of that, and then some cottony fabric, and then, oh, that must be the same thing. This decorative fabric-y table thing. And then here's a ribbon rose on top. And then here's one, and I really love how this one turned out. This fabric in the wee back here is this fabric that I found in the garage. And then there's some more of the tablecloth decorative fabric thingamajig. You know, there's a couple layers of that. Oh, I wasn't even on camera. And then a really pretty button that I thought looked gorgeous on it. And then the last one that I did is I specifically did it for a project that I will be doing as soon as I get the necessary supplies. And it's just another 2-layered muslin flower with a big button. Big wood unfinished button. And, I have this, I'm gonna have to pick up the camera here. I have this moonshine jar, and I really like the label. I brought it from the house, and it's been, this is the legal moonshine. You can't legally call it moonshine, so it's called Georgia Moon, because you can't legally call it moonshine. But, we've had this in the cupboard for a long time, and the jar was still half full with moonshine, and I poured it down the drain because I wanted the jar, because I really liked the label. I dumped alcohol down the drain for a label. Yep. So anyways, there's something I want to make with this jar, with this label. And so I got rid of the alcohol, and I made this flower for it. I think if this flower ends up being too big, then you know, I've got this one. But I think that one's going to be too small. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do the big one. So anyways, yeah, I guess that's it. I think that's all I have done. I hope to get some more crafting done soon. Things have been a little, crazy, understandably. You know, moves are always kind of crazy and, stressful to a point. But, you know, I'm functioning and I'm trying to get over, this illness that I have right now that, seems to be getting better, but, you know, you're not out of the woods till it's gone. So, I'm kind of waiting on that. And, anyways, hope you guys are all doing well. I miss doing videos. I miss talking to you guys and chatting with you. And, but hopefully I can get back to that as soon as possible. So, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.